Good evening. I'm Duan, and this is Daniel, and we're here for the first Experience Mid-Valley Fellowship of the 24-25 program year. We're at a little different time at the end of the evening instead of the beginning of the evening because it was our first night, and so there's just a lot of things going on, and so trying to pop in and do this at a normal time was just a little bit too much, I think. But yeah, no, you're good. So it was actually it was kind of cool to have all the leaders come back together and stuff, and some new leaders and some old leaders and all of that, and to just to connect at the beginning of the evening. What was a highlight for you from the evening?
I think actually that you now you bring that up, coming back together after however long we've been,
Like 4 months.
4 months, it's just fun seeing the faces and seeing participants from last year coming back, and then also just sort of being able to share my story with our new small group and hearing your story again. I've heard it before, but it's always just refreshing to hear.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because we're getting to lead together this year, lead a small group together, which is pretty fun. And yeah, I mean, I've heard your story in different contexts, but there's sort of different pieces that you kind of shared, which was great.
Right.
And you could kind of see that the guys were kind of connecting with it and kind of nodding their head at different things, going, "Oh, yeah." I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the coming weeks, but that they're relating with things.
Yeah.
We also did this kind of opportunity for people to, because people are coming in and they're kind of carrying all kinds of different stuff emotionally. And so we did this exercise with these little blocks, and basically where people could write down what they were carrying in that evening, this evening, and then they got to bring that to the cross and just to in a place of trust and faith to kind of go, okay, God, what do you have for me in this place? And then they picked up an invitation, which was cool. And mine said something along the lines of like, the rise up, come away with me invitation, which is always a beautiful thing. Especially at the like end of the evening when you're a little bit tired. It's like, yeah, rise up, come away to rest.
Yeah.
It's good.
Cool.
So yeah, and what were your kind of impressions from from small group? I mean, hearing stories for sure. How did you think the guys were doing?
I definitely noticed I feel like a head nod is not much, but it's like when you can tell that it feels like they're relating to something in your story is really cool. And just a feeling from barely hearing them talk, but I feel like it's going to be excited to get to know them, and I feel like there's going to be some really good things that are going to come out of the year.
Sure.
I feel like there's an eagerness there. I feel like normally I see there's a lot of, it's fine to be timid but like they all kind of seem pretty ready to. The vibe I got was that they were ready to dive in. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I forgot there was one other cool thing from as we kind of were getting started. So we start the evening with our leadership meeting, and then we move into worship. And so, but the first night we're sort of passing out books and things like that before worship starts. And it was just fun. There was just this buzz, it felt like, in the worship center, kind of as everybody was coming, all the participants were coming back, and just kind of wanting to see each other and interact. And it's just beautiful because that's really, we're trying to model relationship and community and really what that is supposed to look like how God designed it to be. So to see them kind of just being interested and excited about seeing each other and wanting to engage them. It's pretty beautiful. Then you and Mariah led us in worship, which is always, I always enjoy kind of getting to sort of receive in that place. So thank you for that. So now it's kind of like you might be able to hear the noise level going down because all the leaders sort of scramble around and are cleaning up everything and trying to put everything back to the way we found it, and then we wrap up and head home. So we will typically do Experience Mid-Valley Fellowship at 5:45, so 5:45 around there on Tuesday evening.